comment if you like.
Oh, look at that. That was something like that when I was lost. I know for years I've been trying to get leadership there, and the price is pretty high for senior citizens. I'm on 65 years old, and I understand we have changed the price structure somewhat, but I think there may be better efforts to possibly reach out to some of the seniors, or maybe even some of the students with maybe some different pricing to get more people into the center. You know, as it stands right now, it's pretty sitting there as far as I can see. I don't feel like I'm doing that. I think it's a nice issue, man. It's not just trying to profit. Somebody really looks into doing something with that center that you want to go there. You know, it's just a suggestion. Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a bit of a throwback. We're diving into some board meeting footage from 2014. These meetings took place about a year after Tiffany Henyard first became a trustee in 2013. We'll start with the citizens' address portion, featuring someone many of you will recognize, Don Lee. He's been a vocal figure in the ongoing effort to remove Tiffany Henyard from her position as mayor and has been actively involved in addressing the village of Dolton's financial struggles. Even back then, Don Lee was offering solutions, particularly regarding village-owned properties like Melanie Fitness facility that seemed to constantly drain resources without much return. Let's take a listen to what Don Lee had to say about boosting the value of Melanie Fitness and making it a place residents could actually enjoy again.
Why would we want to put a black eye on this village for people to look at across this state? And everybody here probably agrees that it's wrong. And all we got to do is stop.
So this was 2014, and it's very evident that the Melanie Fitness Center was struggling even back then. Now let's look at some of the issues and controversies that surrounded the Melanie Fitness Center, and in doing so, we'll try to understand the ongoing issues of it not generating enough revenue and basically being a burden on the village of Dolton more than anything else. So this first controversy, we're going to look at concerns this guy right here, and his name is Dwayne Mohammed, and he was a trustee, and he was also head of the Melanie Fitness Committee during his time on the board and during his chairmanship of the Melanie Fitness Committee. There was a scandal that hit the news regarding an event held at the Melanie Fitness Center. Let's watch it and then I'll chime back.
Dr. Trustee Pearson, what was that? So what are we doing? I'm a little lost on...
I can answer that,
okay,
if you don't mind. Melanie Fitness Center does not have a committee. We'd like to add that to the Human Services Committee. We're in the process of selling that facility. Like we just recently sold the Dorchester. We want to make sure there's a smooth transition, and that a committee should be in place to deal with the sale and other issues dealing with the recreation center.
So we making a separate committee for that?
We're adding that committee to the Human Services Committee.
What makes this story even more intriguing is that Dwayne Mohammed once threw his hat in the ring for mayor, though. He ultimately didn't win, adding another layer to the situation while he was serving as the head of the Melanie Fitness Center Committee. He appointed his own son as the manager of the facility. This decision raised a few eyebrows and added to the growing concerns about how the center was being managed and why it continued to be a financial drain on the village.
My discussion, I would suggest that we do not add it to the Human Services Committee under the direction of Trustee Mohammed, due to the fact of when he was over before, the strip party that he allowed to go on at the Melanie Fitness Center, and then he got on Channel 2 News and said, I don't see anything wrong with that.
To make matters worse, Mohammed actually tried to return as the chair of the Melanie Fitness Committee, despite the previous controversy and mismanagement. It was a bold move that didn't sit well with many people. Let's go ahead and watch a clip from another board meeting where this situation came up.
I would say judgment. Now, you got a trustee here that's on this board that said right on TV, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And now you want to put it right back under his auspices and his control? Come on, think about it, board.
Is this discussion, Mayor? Will you allow me to retort to your inaccuracy?
Go ahead.
I'm not going to go back and forth with this information.
Thank you.
Let me have the floor, please, with all due respect. I will not go back and forth with you on the inaccuracies of some kind of strip party that took place. It was a pool party, and with a pool party, people have on bathing suits. And that's how young people dance nowadays. So you cannot censor how people dance at a pool party. I will not go back and forth with you on the inaccuracies of some kind of strip party that took place, where we all know that across the street at Club 1 that you authorized an illegal license to, that had a strip club on the second floor.
That's not true.
4 people were shot, and
it's not true.
The 5th person was shot right in front of the place of an actual strip club.
Basically, he's trying to bring the Melanie Fitness center and all its decision-making under the umbrella of the Human Services Committee, the very committee he's a part of. It comes off as a strategic, if not sneaky, move. Let's take a look at how this unfolds in the next board meeting clip.
Big questions after a shooting at a Dolton nightclub. Who's responsible, and was it even supposed to be open?
Police are not releasing a lot of details about this ongoing investigation, but they did tell us all those who have been shot are in critical but stable condition at this hour. That, of course, can change, as has the area where the crimes took place.
I used to bring my children here to a movie theater.
The film stopped playing here years ago, but today you'll find no business going on here. This place is closed by police order. Longtime neighbor Allison Key now finds outside the building, now labeled Club 1, is the fear she no longer recognizes her own community.
It's scary. It's scary. I mean, we're still raising young families here.
Crime tape was raised past bar time. Shooting in and outside the club brought police to the business with gun violence right across the street near steps from the village municipal building.
The club should be shut down.
5 village trustees addressed the media. That is the same number of people they say were shot early this morning. Dwayne Muhammad says the mass gun violence started on the second floor where 2 men began arguing.
One of the males went into the purse of his girlfriend and pulled out the weapon.
How did a gun get in a club that doesn't allow guns?
According to Chief Collins, I asked that same question, is that they do check individuals going in. Again, this is conjecture. The security didn't check it thoroughly.
Muhammad says 4 people were shot inside and the shooter was shot outside. However, it is unclear who shot him. What's also unclear to trustees is if the club currently permitted for building and the proper licensing to even serve alcohol.
So we will meet with the mayor and find out if he issued a license to the club.
This just goes to show that the back and forth between the board and the mayor has always been a part of village politics, especially during the Tiffany Henyard administration. As for the current leadership under Jason House, only time will reveal how things play out. However, I'm optimistic. I truly believe that most members of the current board are focused on what's best for the village and have the ability to collaborate and find common ground when it matters most.
You guys are the legislature. I govern the town. When y'all get that in your head of who does what, you guys will move differently here in the village.
And Jason House, I feel, is a great leader because he leads with logic and he leads with receipts. Okay, unlike Tiffany Henyard administration, who led with just pure chaos.